Hello and welcome to the latest installment of 30 Tips in 30 Days. This is like my New Year resolution, my January challenge. Tip number 7. We're going well. This is a big one. How do I get cheap car insurance? Is there any way that I can be guaranteed cheap car insurance? So if you have any tips that maybe helped you get cheap insurance in the not too distant past, please share them with us, because there are literally thousands of people all over Ireland who would love to know how to get cheaper insurance. The number one tip is coming at the end, so stay tuned for that. And I have a good story, an actual factual, real life true story regarding that coming up at the end of the video. But first of all, let's take a quick look at what insurance companies are looking for. The size of the engine is a big one. So initially you're looking at the smallest engine you can live with, which, 1 litre, 1.2 litre. It's going to be overall cheaper to run, and the insurance will without a doubt be cheaper in a smaller engine car. The car's age can place a huge difference on what you're going to get quoted for insurance, and this can be a bit of a minefield, because very often you'll find a nice older car and the car's in great condition, but you'll find that the insurance might be dear. Whereas if you have a more modern car, same engine, a whole lot, but the car is worth more, you would in theory think the insurance should be dearer. But often the insurance companies will charge you less for a more modern car. So check the insurance companies for that. It can vary. Your age, of course. The younger you are, the dearer insurance will be. What type of license you have, whether you have a learner permit or a full license. Your job, if you're working, what you do for a living varies a lot on how much insurance will be. A lot of insurance companies will shy away from certain occupations or load certain occupations. So your job affects your policy. How is the car used? Are you going to use it for work, or is it going to be sitting at home in the driveway most days? This will make a difference. Where the car is parked, is it in a safe place? There is a difference as well in your address. People living in rural areas tend to pay a little less for insurance than people, especially in big urban areas. The excess, this means the amount of money that you will have to pay before the insurance kicks in. The value of the car, how much the car is worth, and always be wary of this. I know we all like to price our cars, at a high level maybe, but even a new car, if a new car drives out the gate of a forecourt, it is worth a couple of grand less immediately. And the higher you value your car, again, in theory, the more insurance you pay for it. So watch out for a correct valuation of your car. And on this page, the last one is whether you use third-party or comprehensive insurance. That is a decision for yourself, and one you should not take lightly, and one you should discuss with somebody who knows all about third-party and comprehensive. Your insurance company will give you all the details, but think carefully before you make a decision on that. But naturally, third-party, because you have less cover, will be cheaper there. What else can help to reduce the cost? Well, if you're a name driver already on another policy for a couple of years, a lot of the insurance companies will give you a discount because of that. If your family or your business have multiple policies with the same company, you might have a couple of cars, or maybe you have a car and you have life insurance and shop insurance if you own a business, whatever. If you have more than one policy with a particular company, they will often give you a reduction on your car insurance. You could reduce the extras. A lot of policies will come with extras. An example would be open driving. So you can look at the extras, and this is something you have to be careful of, because you reduce an extra off, you might regret it later on. You can, I'm sure, put these on again at a later stage, but be careful before you reduce any of the extras on your policy to save money now. You can contact companies who specialise in young drivers, and there are quite a few in Ireland, and they are focused on young drivers, so in theory, they should give you the best value. And on this page, any other tips? Like I said at the start, there are bound to be more. There are bound to be people out there who did get cheap insurance in one way or another. And if you share them in the comments, it would be great for lots of people watching this video. Now, the number one tip is coming up in just a sec. What is the best tip, the best advice I can give you anyway, of how to reduce the cost of your insurance? And that is, get on the phone and call every insurance company. And the amount of people who don't do this, I'm guessing, this is from my own experience, but I'm guessing it's very high. I think people ring their own and maybe one or two more. But I'm going to give you a true story of a pupil of mine, an EDT pupil learning to drive. And her father came with her to one of the lessons and he said, look, I'm trying to get my daughter on the insurance policy, but the cost is very high. I'm being quoted over $2,500 and it's just too expensive. And I said the very same thing to him. I said, what you'll do when you go back over the next few days is pick up the phone or email or contact in some way as many insurance companies as you can and see if you can get a better quote. And now, to cut a long story short, he did. His quote went from €2,500 down to, and wait for this, €640. And all he had to do was take the time, the effort and the energy to make a couple of phone calls. I'm not saying it will work for you. You never know. I often find people can ring insurance companies and the first one they ring will give them a fabulous quote, but it may take a little bit of ringing around. And hopefully, at the end of it all, you will get a better deal and your insurance will reduce. And hopefully everybody has found this video in some way helpful. Send us more tips on getting cheap insurance, please, if you can. Watch all the videos. Go back through them if you are preparing for your driving test. We have well over 50 videos on the channel now. The online course is at PassFirstTime.ie. It's reduced at the moment till the end of January, starting at just €20. It will be going up to its normal price again just on the 31st of January. But if you want to check out the A to Z of preparing for your driving test, you can do that now with the online course. Good luck with your test and keep checking out the videos. We have one every day for the month of January, 30 of them in total. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, and tomorrow's tip is on the way. Goodbye.